So how's everyone doing? Okay. All right. Now, if you truly believe that words hold power, say aye. Aye. Okay. Now, if you want to use that power of those words to create change in everything that you want in your life, say, that's me.
That's me.
Okay. If you want to use that same power to change the things that you don't want in your life, raise your hand and say, that's I.
That's I.
Okay, that's what we're going to talk about today. Because your words, you're right, they do hold power. Way more power than you can possibly imagine. I'm going to prove that to you today. Now, we know that the wrong words can ruin a relationship. You can lose the sale. It will mean the difference between somebody accepting or rejecting your powerful message. Now, if you say all the right words, you can get the promotion. You can make that sale. You can win an election. You can change an entire nation, right? You can save someone's life, including your own. That's the power of the words. The problem is we're using the wrong words, and we're not even conscious of it. We're not aware of the words that are coming out of our own mouth. Now, this is what I'm going to give you a few examples of exactly what I'm talking about. I want to share a story with you. I have vendoring for these crystals that I sell. They're these crystal pyramids, and they help against electromagnetic radiation from cell phones and laptops. And we do vendoring. And there was a lady who approached the table, and she was interested in the product. So I'm explaining it to her. She's a little skeptical and giving her more scientific facts and information. And eventually, she likes the product, and she starts picking some out. Now, she started with one. She ended up with 6 or 7 of these products. And she's like happy, we're having great conversation. And towards the end, after everything is getting tallied up, we're wiping them off, we're putting them in the bag for her. And then she's sitting there with a smile on her face. And she goes, all right, what's the damage? And this is the first time in my life where, and this wasn't even me, I'll be honest, the guy next to her said, excuse me, miss. Out of that great conversation that you just had with that young man, out of the equally reciprocated energy exchange that you guys shared, and the value that you have to exchange, why does there have to be damage done? And then she's listening. Now, there's about 10 people around, and they're listening to this whole thing. And I'm sitting there like, wow, he's got a point. And he goes, why would you curse your blessings? And then she goes, you know what? Forget that. Forget I said that. How much is my blessings? And then everyone there's like, yeah, they're clapping or sitting there. And I was like, $280. She's like, here you go. But that's what we do. And we don't even realize it. And when I became conscious of this myself, it was a normal day, normal conversation, and I ran into a friend of mine, and he said, hey, how you doing? I said, I'm good. How are you doing? He goes, oh, not bad. And I was like, wait a second. I go, you didn't answer me. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this is kind of weird. I was like, I asked you how you were doing. You told me how you weren't doing. He's like, what do you mean? I go, you said you're not bad. He goes, yeah, I'm like, well, how you doing? He goes, I'm good. We're both realizing this, and I'm just like, wow, that's so interesting how quick we're to say how we're not doing. This is how ridiculous this is. It's as if Jane see me out and said, "Hey, Kurtis, how you doing?" And I said, "Oh, not depressed. See you later, Jane." Right? "Hey, Kurtis, how you doing?" "Oh, not suicidal. Take care." Right? Now, in the beginning, I asked you how you were doing, right? Now, what if I asked you, "Okay, hey, how's everybody not doing?" You're horrible, depressed, suicidal. It's crazy how we focus on what we don't want to feel. We focus on what we don't want in life. Now, here's the issue. The universe does not understand the words no, not, and don't. The subconscious mind does not understand the words no, not, and don't. And I'll prove it right now. Do not think of a snowstorm. Whatever you do, there'll be no images of your mind of any white snowy storms. You can't even help it. Once that energy goes out there, even if I say don't do it, there'll be no images. Even if it was for a nanosecond, you thought of it. You see, what we resist persists. And what we fight in life, we actually ignite. So we have to focus on everything that we want and not what we do not want. Focus how we want to feel, not how we don't want to feel. We need to change the language of how we speak and the seeds that we sow and the energy we put out there, because those seeds will grow. So you say, "Oh, I don't want to be late." You switch that and you reframe that like that lady did on the spot, and you say, "I want to be on time." There's a lot of flu going around, right? People are saying, "I don't want to get sick." You keep putting that out there, "I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that." That is the vibration that you're sending out, and that is what you are attracting. So you reframe that and say, "I don't want to get sick." Say, "I want to stay healthy." You see how it works? This is why you change your vocabulary and you never say never, because you never know. Right? You say, "Oh, I'm not successful. I'm not rich." Whatever it may be, "I'm not successful yet." Always add "yet" after it. Because you don't know what you don't know. And never say never, because you never know. Change the language of how you speak. Because this is the game that you play. Whether we like it, know it, or not, this is the game that we play. So know the game and then get good at it. Because you're playing regardless. You want to play or not. Just being conscious and aware of the game in which we play. And now somebody who really understood this game was Mother Teresa. You know, they asked Mother Teresa to be a part of an anti-war rally. Say, "Mother Teresa, will you please be a part of this anti-war rally?" "Yeah." And she said, "No way." And he said, "Wait a second. You're Mother Teresa. Excuse me, come again?" She goes, "Nope, I'll never do that." "But we don't understand. I thought you were for things like this." She goes, "No." She goes, "However, the day you call it a pro-peace rally, I'll be the first person there." See, she understood the laws of the universe. She understood the power of words. And she also understood the collective energy of hundreds, even thousands of people with the intention of no war, even though in their minds they think it's a good thing. They're actually sending out the vibration of war. Remember, the universe doesn't understand the words no, not, and don't. No war, we're saying war, 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 and we're attracting more of that. But she'll be a part of the pro-peace rally in a moment. You see, but this isn't all of our faults. We've been programmed this way to focus on the negatives in life and not the positives, right? Adam and Eve, right? Don't eat that apple, right? Shh, don't eat that delicious, red, succulent, temptatious apple, right? Putting it in our brains of what not to do. In cartoons, what do they say? Don't touch the red button. What are you going to do? You want to touch the red button now. See, we've actually been indoctrinated with these beliefs unbeknownst to us. And another way I can prove it is, actually, let's have a little interaction. Can we have some fun right now?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Just by a show of hands, who here could name some of the 10 commandments, right? Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal. Raise your hand for me, please. If you could name a few of the 10 commandments, just keep them up, if you could, please. Okay, cool. Keep them up, please. Now, if you could also name some of the 7 deadly sins. Any of them, pride, gluttony. Okay, exactly, yeah. Yeah, no, good, okay, right? Now, keep your hands up. Just look around real quick, right? Now, if you can come up here and name all 7 of the heavenly virtues, please raise your hand. I want you to look around.
I knew him when I was 8.
If I took $100 out of my pocket right now for someone to come up here and recite all 7 of the heavenly virtues, who would be $100 richer? Do you see? We know what we shouldn't do, but we don't know what we should be doing. Now this goes back to Adam and Eve. This goes back before time, Moses, of what we shouldn't do, what we shouldn't focus on. But see, Socrates knew, and Socrates said, the secret to change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. That's what we have to do. We have to focus on what we do want, not what we don't want, how we want to feel. Focus on those emotions. Because words hold what? Power, right? We know the power of the seeds that we're planting because those seeds get watered and they will grow. And this is the power of the word. The problem is that we have this highway, right, to negativity and the bumpy road to happiness, right? Negative words, they stick like glue, and positive words are like Teflon. This is the same reason why you can tell a woman she's beautiful 1,000 times, and she still may not believe you. But if you tell that same woman that she's fat or ugly one time, she'll remember that for the rest of her life. Now, yes, negative words are sticky. Positive words are like Teflon. But we can change that polarity through conscious awareness, through presence, and through practice. Now, it's really hard to track all your thoughts. You know, it makes me feel a certain way when people say, watch your thoughts, have positive thoughts. It's difficult. You know why? Because we have over 55,000 thoughts per day. And science has showed that 80% of our thoughts are negative in nature, and 98% of our thoughts are the same exact thoughts that we had the day before. So we're on this hamster wheel of this negativity. But we can change that by becoming conscious of this. That's it. And reframing when you say you don't want something, that's fine. You don't want to get sick. You know, you don't want to lose this job. You don't want to miss out on this promotion. you stop yourself. You reframe it and you say, okay, that's what I don't want. What is it that I do want? I'm going to remain healthy. I want to get that new job. I want to get that new promotion, whatever it may be. Because that's the power of our intention. That's the power of our words. And I want to share one last story with you. And this has to do with Dr. Emoto. I'm not sure, anyone here have heard of Dr. Emoto? Okay, very cool. So Dr. Emoto did a study where he took glasses of water, 2 glasses of water, and in 1 glass of water, him and a group of scientists said all types of positive, loving, encouraging words. I love you. You're probably the best tasting glass of water I've ever had. I love you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. I have so much gratitude for you. And the other glass of water, they said all types of mean and nasty words that I won't repeat. And at the end of that, they took both of those glasses of water and they put them in the freezer and they froze them. And after they froze them, they took them out and they examined them under a high-powered microscope. And what they discovered was that the glass that they said all the nice TLC types of words, loving, kind words, had all types of sacred geometric patterns, snowflake patterns. And the glass they said all the mean and nasty things to had all types of far less recognizable shapes. No sacred geometry, no snowflakes. Now, this is interesting because if our words, these charged words, have the ability to change the molecular structure of water, well, what did we learn in 3rd grade? Human beings are made up of mostly what? Water. 76%. So these invisible energy balls that are creating our life have the power to change water. That means they have the power to change us. Do unto others you wish to be done unto yourself is because those words, when we project them on somebody, we're affecting them, but we're also affecting ourselves because it came from us. This is the power that we have. So the last thing I want to leave you with is that know your thoughts create your words. Your words create your actions. Your actions create your habits. Your habits create your character. And your character is who you are and which ultimately shapes your destiny. Thank you. So now I think we're just going to go into a brief meditation, reset, 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? So everyone just close your eyes. And the meditation that I do in moments like this, I call it the R&R. It's a release and a reset. So we anchor that energy in. And anything that we don't want, we release. Breathe in everything that you want in life. And breathe out everything that no longer serves you. And as we release and reset, I want you to set an intention for the week. What's the emotions that you want to feel this week? What's the feelings that you want to feel this week? What are the people that you want to attract into your life this week? What is it that you want to manifest this week? What miracles do you want to see unfold in your life this week? Begin to reset and rewire the neural pathways in the brain to focus on all the things that you want in life, how you want to feel, what you want to attract. And let this new intention create new neural pathways in the brain, new belief systems that completely reshape your world and your destiny. Just take a moment and visualize how life will be when you change the way you think to focus on building the new and never on fighting the old or dwelling in the past. Visualize what this will look like, how this will feel. The changes you'll see in your life with just one talk on one day. That's really all it takes. Now become more present in the room. On the count of 3, we're going to open our eyes and be fully realized. 1, 2, 3.